For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to a FIFA 17 related video. Of course, as I'm sure almost all of you are aware, EA have started to release the top 50 player ratings for Ultimate Team for FIFA 17. Presumably, obviously, the base Ultimate Team ratings will be exactly the same for Karim too, so as such it's relevant to us. Rather than just go through and show you the things and just say what they are, I'm actually going to go a little bit more in depth. I'll bring on screen their card from last year. We'll have a look at the improvements, or in some cases downgrades, from last year's cards, and I want to know your thoughts in the comment section down below as well. Do you think these people deserve their ratings? Do you think they should be higher? They should be lower? Let me know what you think in the comments down below, or feel free to tweet me as well. There'll be a link in the description to my Twitter, so you can go and follow me over there if you so wish. But without any further ado, let's jump into. Because I'm gonna be like fleshing it out a little bit. I'll do 50 to. They've released the 50 to 31, but I'll just do 50 to 41 here, and then we'll do a separate video for 40 to 31, and then obviously, as actually they have it listed here. If I scroll down slightly, you can see they have 50 to 41, same 40, 30, 30, 20, 20 to 11. Then normally they just do 10 to 1, as they have done the past number of years. But this year they're going to go 10 to 4, and then 3 to 1. So we'll find out the top 3 on, well, presumably Friday. With, you think, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now, the 2 of the top 3 will obviously be Ronaldo and Messi. The question is, who's going to be third? Is it going to be Bale? Is it going to be Suarez? Is it going to be Neymar? I'm thinking personally Suarez, but again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let's jump into the 50 to 41. Starting at 50, we have Blaise Matuidi. Very, very solid for Paris Saint-Germain and for France in the Euros in the season just gone. As you can see, comparing his card last year to this year, up by 2 overall. The overall, apparently they've got a different way of dictating or calculating, I suppose is the word I'm looking for. They've got a different way of calculating the overall ratings this year. So some players will have pretty similar individual card stat ratings, but their overall will be a lot different from last year. Looking at Matuidi, though, as you can see, +4 in pace, so they've really given him a little bit of a boost, and that's going to be extremely important when in that CDM role to try and deal with the quick players through the middle. An upgrade from 75 to 79 is going to make all the difference. His passing's gone up 1, but his shooting is still the same. Dribbling actually up 1 as well. Defending is still exactly the same, but his physical is up 3 as well. And as was the case with FIFA 16, and if any of you have played, well, judging by what we played at EA Play and from Insomnia last weekend, physicality is going to be very important this year again. So having an extra 3 ratings on his physical is again going to make Blaise Matuidi. So I mean, he was good enough last year, but he's going to be even better this year, which is really going to be an extremely good card. And obviously, being French, he'll link better with other players for hybrids, etc. Obviously, Liga isn't the best of leagues, but being French, he'll be easier to fit into other teams. Moving on, we have Marcelo, who's had a skill move upgrade to 4-star, which is fully deserved, IMO. He's been a fantastic player for Real Madrid recently, or just throughout his entire career at the club, and he is a very skillful player, and it's about time. Everybody's been crying out for like 2 or 3 years for Marcelo to get 4-star skills. Some people saying maybe even 5. I think 5 would be a push, but he has had a big upgrade overall from 83 to 86, +3. Pace is actually down 2 though, which is crucial to point out. Normally you want your wingbacks to be quite quick. Marcelo's never been blessed with a lot of pace, and he's actually a little bit slower this year than last year. Shooting's up 2 though, passing is up by 3, his dribbling is the same, defending's up 1, and physical is also up 1. So he's going to be better on the ball, but not quite as fit as quick, but he will be just as good physically, if not maybe a little bit stronger because of the improvements in the physical overall rating. So presumably it will be strength and agility, etc., that are improved there, which will be good. Maybe a little bit more balance and agility would help with the slight decrease in his overall pace. Perhaps we'll have to wait and see. At 48 is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Obviously had a phenomenal season for Borussia Dortmund last year. Up overall by 2 from 84 to 86. Pace is the same. I don't think they really could have gotten away with upping his pace anymore, especially considering he's probably going to get a number of informs this year as well. And to be fair, 96 is probably quick enough. +1 on the shot. Passing is still the same, as is dribbling, as is defending, as is his physical. So it's just a +1 on the shot on the entire card face, but a +2 overall, which highlights, like we say, the fact that they've got a new system when calculating the overall ratings of players, because normally just a +1 on the shot wouldn't be enough to boost someone up by 2 overall. Looking at Dimitri Payet next, he's not only had a big upgrade but a position change as well. A number of his informs last year were at left mid, obviously. In fact, all but one, I believe, of his informs were at left mid, although he did start as an 80 rated cam and got an upgrade in January to 82, but he's been moved from cam to left mid. You can see for yourselves, up 4 overall. Pace, shot, still the same. Crucially though, passing and dribbling are a lot higher. +3 on passing and +4 on dribbling. Payet is fantastic with the ball at his feet. Defending's been dropped slightly and his physical is improved slightly, but it's going to be the position change that doesn't necessarily do Dimitri Payet any favours for people trying to fit him into an Ultimate Team squad. Obviously, with people playing online, the majority of people want pace out wide. I personally probably wouldn't have a problem using Payet out wide. I love a player that has great feet and great passing ability, and I'm not too heavily reliant upon pace. I'm more of the kind of build up slowly, tiki-taka kind of guy when I play online, rather than like the quick, pacey counter-attacking style of play. That's the way I play. He is 4-star though, same as last year, and high medium, which I believe is the same as last year as well. So Dimitri Payet will be a fantastic card. Probably be quite expensive to start off with, but his price will probably drop slightly because of that lack of pace and the position change a little bit later on throughout the year. The biggest downgrade we've seen so far though, and I think probably we will see at all, is Arjen Robben. Down from 90 overall last year to 46. He's number 46. Imagine if Arjen Robben was 46 rated. Down from 90 to 87, which is a big downgrade. Normally you might see a 1 or potentially a stretch a 2 downgrade, but a 3 for a player of this ability is big. He had an injury hit season though last year. I wouldn't necessarily say he warranted such a big downgrade personally. Maybe you guys will feel different, but pace is down 6 from 92 to 86. Shots down 1, passing's down 1, dribbling down 2, physical down 2, and defending remains the same. So it's a big downgrade across the board for Arjen Robben. You can understand why the overall rating has gone down so far, because of the massive difference in his physical stats. It's like when, just comparatively to the pace, people used to use Blazikowski a lot on the right as a cheap option to Robben, but last year his pace got downgraded a lot as well. So Robben has lost +6. I mean, 86 is still quick. Let's not lie about that. But no, it's not anywhere near as quick as 92. So I'm not necessarily surprised to see that he got a downgrade, but I am perhaps surprised that he got such a big downgrade. I would have perhaps expected him to be an 89 or something, or 88. He was 88 in FIFA 14, but FIFA 15 and 16 he was 90. But it's going to be 87, and I believe that might be the lowest he's been. It's the lowest he's been since FIFA 11. Big downgrade for Arjen Robben. Really big downgrade. James Rodriguez is the next player, though. One of the players that was an option for a cover star. He keeps his 87 overall rating. Pace is actually down 2. Shooting is down 1. Passing is up 1, however. Dribbling is the same. Defending the same. And physical's up, down 4. 3-star skills, 4-star weak foot. 3-star weak foot, 4-star skills, which is the same as last year. Medium work rates, which are the same as last year. I think because it's so similar technically, and he's a very technical player, that's probably why he's held his 87 rating, despite the fact that his physical's actually gone down by 4. Physical obviously isn't necessarily as important for a technical cam player as it is for, say, a centre-back or a big striker, etc. So you can see why he kept his 87 rating, expecting him, though, if he stays at Real Madrid, there has been a number of rumours from a number of different clubs, most notably for me, from my point of view, Chelsea, looking into potentially buying James Rodriguez. But this year, so far, he stays at 87 and he stays at Real Madrid. We'll have to wait and see what happens a little bit later on in the transfer window. As I record this, it's the 29th, so it's very nearly shut whether he actually leaves Real Madrid and moves elsewhere. David Silva has had a downgrade, not by much, only by 1 overall, from 88 to 87. But again, as was the case with Dimitri Payet, position switch, which is really going to kill him off. 68 pace as well. Pace is down 5, shots down 2, passing's down 2, dribbling's down 2, physical's up 1. Now, considering there were so many drops there, technically and physically, if you count the pace downgrade, I'm surprised that he's still 87 rated, especially considering pace is normally pretty important for wide players, and it isn't really suited, stat-wise, to playing out wide. Presumably, he'll get some informs at Cam this year. Under Manuel Pellegrini, he played on the left, but I think Pep Guardiola, thanks to bringing in a number of wide players, is going to play David Silva back in the middle. So if he does get an inform, it will presumably be at Cam this year. But he'll probably start off quite expensive, but I fully expect his price to plummet after the first month or so, maybe even before that, maybe even after the first week. Every year, the initial boom of prices always drops really, really sharply, just earlier and earlier each year. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with David Silva's price. But it's still going to be a really good card, but it's going to be disappointing to have to put him out on the left-hand side because no pace out wide. Well, I mean, Payet's got some pace, but 68 is really disappointing for a wide player. So Silva's probably not going to be as used anywhere near as much as he was last year. Moving on from 44 to 43 is actually Karim Benzema. Controversial player, of course, because of the whole court case, etc., with blackmailing Mathieu Valbuena, but he's actually up 1 overall. However, pace is down 2. Shots the same, passing's up 2, dribbling's up 1, defending and physical both remain the same. So I think because of the increase in the passing and the dribbling, that's why he's gotten his overall increase, despite the fact that his shooting and physicality haven't improved. The drop in pace probably won't be that noticeable. He's never been, well, actually, no, to be fair, a few years ago he was actually absolutely rapid, but he's not got anywhere near as much pace on FIFA as he used to. I still think he's quite fairly quick in real life, but 81 pace for Benzema this year, but a +1 overall despite the pace drop. He'll still be a really good card, still one of the best strikers in La Liga, and will obviously be a cheaper alternative to Luis Suarez, but with the upgrade to 87 probably won't be that cheaper alternative. There would still be players that you would much rather, or still be more budgetable players than Karim Benzema. But Arturo Vidal is the penultimate player from this list. 86 last year, 87 this year. Pace is the same, dribbling is up 2, shot is up 2, passing is the same, defending up 1, as is physical. So a +1 overall upgrade. I absolutely adore Arturo Vidal, and his card last year was super. His card every year has been superb, and if they're just going to improve on it, he's only going to get better. Going to be one of the best and most expensive central midfielders in the entire game, and I'm really looking forward to using him, actually. It just sucks that you can't have Arturo Vidal and Radja Nainggolan next to each other anymore. Obviously, you couldn't last year either. But for FIFA 15, when he was still at Juventus, I always used to have Vidal and Nainggolan next to each other because they just complement each other so well. They're both so well-rounded. But Vidal now, obviously, for the past 12 months and moving into the next year as well, will be at Bayern Munich, this time under Carlo Ancelotti rather than Pep Guardiola. But that's a fantastic card. Busquets, however, is the final player to round out the 50 to 41. Now, we mentioned that there was a big downgrade in pace from Arjen Robben. There's a downgrade of 11 pace for Sergio Busquets. They've proper Frank Lampard, Andrea Pirlo'd him. He's got 42 pace this year. Shots the same, passing up 2, dribbling's the same, defending's the same, and physical is up 1. So maybe he'll be a little bit stronger, but that downgrade in pace, I mean, it was hard to really fit Busquets in anyway, with so many other amazing players in that central role in La Liga, with like Modric and Rakitic, etc. But 42 pace. I mean, pace last year on FIFA 16 wasn't as important as it had been previously, and you could fit Busquets in relatively comfortably with 53 pace, but 42, that's a big downgrade. I'm really not sure how effective he'll be in central roles. We'll have to wait and see, obviously, when the game comes out. I'll give him a go, but I've never really been too keen on Busquets in Ultimate Team. And I don't think that's going to be changing this year either. But that's 50 to 41. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this rather a little bit more in-depth of a look rather than just reading out a list. I wanted to actually make it a video worth watching and actually getting some feedback from you guys rather than just, you know, a 5-minute reading out a list. So drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to get the remainder of this countdown, etc. And let me know if you want to see more. If this doesn't go down very well, I won't continue to do the others. But if you enjoy it, let me know and I'll put together videos for the rest as well. But for now, that's all from me. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you next time.